You are given 10 minutes, anyone can begin.
I would like to start the discussion by saying that clean water supply is the most important when natural disaster happen. This because human cannot live without water within 3 days, and when we combine with food, human cannot live without food without 7 days. This fact proves that clean water is more important than food. Moreover, the clean water supply can enable more things to carry out, such as when we prepare the basic food item, we need the clean water to clean it. Do everything maybe.
That's certainly true. Clean water supply not only can use into basic food items, also can use into medicine supplies. Doctors also need clean water to help the victims to clean the wound. And also, at night, clean water, hot waters also must prepare for the victims because this is very cold at night. Do you agree with me, candidate E?
I do not think so. I think free tuition classes should be provided because tuition classes is the place that together all the victims, so we can teach them some basic knowledge to take care of themselves and then give some advice to them to help them to continue their life. Any comments? Any comment?
I agree completely with you, candidate A. I also think that free tuition classes is the top priority to help the victim of the disaster. From the free tuition classes, the victim can learn how to survive in this horrible disaster. They can learn many skills, and from the skill, if they're without the water or the food, from this they can use the skill to find out the water and the food. So I think the free tuition classes is the top priority. Do you agree with me, candidate D?
I agree with you. I do think that free tuition classes like counseling can give helps to the victims. Be a good listener and remember that sometimes it's best to just listen and not offer your own opinion or solution without being asked for them. Do you agree with me, candidate E?
I strongly agree with you because tuition classes is very important for the victim. This is because after the natural disaster, they need some activities to do together. They stay together and learn some knowledge to continue their life and get some help from the counselor. It will let them feel reliable and happy. Do you agree with me, candidate A?
I don't think so because I feel that temporary housing is more important than free tuition classes because temporary housing is a temporary shelter for victim, and Without temporary housing, we cannot do the free tuition classes and medicinal and so on. If we provide the temporary housing, this shelter will protect the victim from happening natural disaster again. Do you agree with me, can we see?
I think you are mistaken. I still stand on my point that the free tuition classes is the top priority. From the free tuition classes, they can learn to survive in the disaster. They can learn how to build a tent, and this tent can as the temporary housing. For example, Scout teach how to build a tent and survive in the jungle. Do you agree with me, candidate B?
I disagree completely. I think that basic food items should be provided. This because if the food is insufficient, the victims will find the food in the dustbin. As we know, the food in the dustbin is very dirty and polluted by flies, rats, and so on. Compared with the free tuition classes. Free tuition classes just give the victims on mental support. But basic food items will give them energies. With the energy, they will more determined to face the difficulties. Do you agree with me? Candidate E?
I do not agree with you because I think medical supplier is also should be provided. This is because victims got injured in the disaster. If they do not have the medical supplier, they can't do treat their injured. It will cause their die. Any comments?
I agree with you because I think that compared to clean water supply, basic food items, temporary housing, free tuition classes, temporary medical supplies is the most important issue. Because health of human is priceless. If the injury caused by the natural disaster is serious, it can be fatal. If let's say I am a healthcare professional, I will surely donate my medical supply or service to the victims. Do you agree with me? Can they see?
I don't think so. I think that the clean water supply is more important because medical supplies, for example, I have doctor, nurse, or the volunteer. If when they need to clean the injury of the victim, they need the water. So the clean water are important than the medical supplies. Do you agree with me, candidate A?
I agree with you because without clean water supplies, we cannot clean the wounds that happen on the victims. Moreover, some mother will use the clean water to boil and use the hot water to prepare the milk for their babies. Other than that, clean water can be used for preparing hot drinks such as coffee, Milo, and tea. With the clean water, the victim can drink the water. Do you agree with me, can we see?
I disagree completely. I think that basic food items is the top priority, should be provided. This is because basic food will give the victims a positive mind. This, as some of the victims will think that without food they will slowly to facing die. Do you agree with me, completely?
I disagree completely. I think the clean water is the most important. This is because clean water is the basic item for every human. Without clean water, human cannot to continue their life. Besides that, clean water got many useful. We can use in medical and food. Without clean water, we can't to prepare the food cleanly. What do you think about Kennedy B?
I don't think so. I think that free tuition classes is more important than the clean water supplies. Basic education will help them gain more knowledge on what do they need to do when the disaster happens. By giving the free tuition classes, the counselor can make together all the children. They can give some stories, make them happy. They will forget about the sadness. Do you agree with me, Candice?
I agree with you. I think it's time to come to a conclusion. I believe that basic food items is the top priority to help the victims of the disaster. Do you agree, my friends?
Agree.
Yes.